Next time on Jade Fever.
Hey! Hey! You got no water!
No good.
They got no bedding, they got no nothing. They just showed up.
Mate, you gotta call them. There's no communicate. You guys just want to prove a point, smash the gas pedal down, and get out here. Good for you.
Situation normal.
Frustrations run high as the team turns on each other. Things are about to get really ugly. Check your temperature for a new episode of Jade Fever, Sunday at 10/9 Central, only here on the Weather Channel.
All right, welcome back into coastal portions of Massachusetts. I'm meteorologist Tevin Wooten here on Cape Cod. We're on West Dennis Beach right now. Right around 25 miles an hour, the highest gust I just measured just about a minute ago before we came on air. Now we've got gusts at 26 miles an hour, and that is causing waves from the Nantucket Bay to come crashing in. You can see the rocks are crashing into some of the ocean spray that's picking up, and this is a much different scene than what we saw yesterday. The water was much more calm when we arrived here. We also had a lot of drizzle and low cloud coverage that came through with fog as well. But as things have progressed with Tropical Storm Elsa, as it's moving towards the north and east at about 31 miles an hour, we've started to see conditions go downhill, not just here, but also in portions of the Boston metro area too, where they're under a flash flood warning until 3:30 today. So winds with Tropical Storm Elsa still at 50 miles an hour. We'll get an update from the National Hurricane Center here momentarily. But overall, for the folks that were coming out hoping for a great beach day today, you'll get that later on once Elsa pulls on out of here as it races on out to southern portions of Canada. But for right now, you should heed the warnings from emergency management officials, especially if you're in central portions of Massachusetts and Boston Metro West, where they're under flash flood warning again until 3:30 today. So you're talking about Essex County, Suffolk County, and all the way into Middlesex as well. So eastern portions of Massachusetts. That's where we've got another 2 to 3 to maybe even 5 inches of rainfall to squeeze out, with some of the heaviest rainfall amounts coming down right now. That's led to flash flooding. But on the coast, it is a much different story. The winds will take the headline today as we go throughout the portion of the middle of the day. Let's get back inside now to Molly and Chris.
I think the big question, Chris, is when is it going to be over? It's been several days now of hits in the Northeast. We've got thunderstorms for 2 days. Now Elsa's moving through. More thunderstorms this evening. When is it going to stop?
This is the last day, though.
Yeah.
We can assure you that, at least for the U.S., it will still go impact Canada and even Iceland, but that won't be a factor for us here in the lower 48. Beach plans will.
A big problem is when this starts to move off and the sun comes out. Then you think, hey, it's going to be a great beach day.
Back to paradise, right?
Not so much. Yeah, the wind coming on shore, especially in areas like Cape Cod, over into Massachusetts. That's where we're going to get strong onshore flow, gusty winds. Rip current's going to be an issue as well with that rough surf. And that's what you can see, even all the way down into the Carolinas, where Elsa is well past. Still turned up a lot of that water.
The danger is it's actually nice weather here into the Grand Strand, Myrtle Beach. I know we were dealing with Elsa yesterday, so the sun's out, but the waves and the rip current risk is actually high from eastern North Carolina through parts of South Carolina.
So as we track Elsa over the next couple of hours, it has picked up speed a lot. We're talking about moving at 30 miles per hour. I know it's racing off to the northeast. So Boston, it's going to be a small window of time that you have to deal with this, although it's going to be rocky as it moves through.
So look what happens. This is 5 p.m. and notice there's Elsa. I know your attention distracted here, but we've got a front that's going to be working through, and look at these storms that then come barreling into D.C., Philadelphia, New York, and then here we go, Connecticut. And these are heavy downpours, some of which could be strong to severe.
And those are areas that have already seen 5 to even close to 6 inches of rain in the past 24 hours. So something to watch out for again this evening after Elsa moves through. Well, this is something you don't see every day. A person floating on an inflatable mattress in floodwaters.
Did you see it? You have to slow it down. We have to show it again because if you blink, you almost miss it. But that is a air mattress, and there is somebody floating on that. It looks like at the crosswalk there on the corner of a road that's now flooded.
Well, it's a lot of water where it shouldn't be. That's really the bottom line. And we are going to see more in many of the same areas around. This is in Corpus Christi, Texas, where it's still raining. A lot of those rivers and creeks, excuse me, around the Corpus Christi area are in that major flood stage.
Yeah, and this is something that will continue. In fact, if we take a look at the forecasted river gauges, a lot more are turning purple and even red. So that's moderate to major flooding. We know how quickly rivers can rise here in Texas, and that's a big issue that could cause more road issues.
And additional rainfall is only going to make the problem worse. So pay attention to any flash flood warnings that pop up, because we likely will see a few through the afternoon.
I'm